The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that teens between the ages of 12 and 20 account for 11% of alcohol consumed in the United States, despite the legal drinking age of 21 years old. If the United States citizens become adults at 18, why are certain rights, such as drinking, still restricted at that age? Americans under the age of 21 will undoubtedly continue to drink illegally, and as a college student myself, I am confident that lowering the drinking age to 18 can potentially create safer circumstances for all teens and college students. You are all or have been college students, and I am positive that plenty of you drink. Many of you are also underage and face dangers surrounding the sneaking around that is associated with underage drinking. Like I said, underage drinkers account for 11% of all alcohol consumption in the United States, 90% of which is considered binge drinking. According to freelance journalist and contributing editor at The Atlantic, Wayne Curtis, because underage college students are unlikely to be able to buy drinks at parties, bars, concerts, etc., they are likely to engage in pre-gaming. Pre-gaming, a short period of binge drinking before going out, very often results in dangerous overconsumption which cannot usually be matched by one's metabolism. The CDC also reports that binge drinking is associated with unintentional injuries such as car accidents, intentional injuries such as sexual assault, alcohol poisoning, liver disease, and much more. The minimum drinking age has resulted in less driving fatalities. However, Dave Archer, a psychiatrist and fellow of the American Psychiatric Association, claims that despite less teens drinking, they drink more now when they do. Teens are likely to drink whether or not it is legal, and according to Henry Weschler, who was the principal investigator of the school's college alcohol study, the heavy drinking styles of many underage students is a potential result of the minimum drinking age in the United States. Binge drinking, which is extremely common on college campuses, is one of the potential products of the high minimum drinking age in America. Resident physician Drew K. Saylor says that groups such as the Amethyst Initiative argue that lowering the minimum drinking age will reduce binge drinking on college campuses. Saylor elaborates, saying, the recent Amethyst Initiative argues that a minimum legal drinking age of 21 has created a culture of heavy alcohol use on college campuses by making drinking clandestine and extreme. Curtis believes that since underage people drink and will continue to drink, it is likely that they will choose unsafe venues, simply because they have nowhere else to go. He continues, saying, offering an alternative changes the dynamic in which vulnerable students feel they have no choice but venture into potentially unsafe places. Like I discussed earlier, pre-gaming, a form of binge drinking, poses high potential for negative consequences of drinking, such as alcohol poisoning. Moreover, Curtis concludes that by lowering the drinking age, extreme pre-gaming is not likely to occur. According to Curtis, lowering the drinking age brings drinking back into a larger social sphere, which allows for better examples of how to drink and a more open discussion of what is sensible and what is not. A discussion that's impossible to have when drinking starts by jumping over a wall and into the shadows. This evidence shows that there are many benefits to reducing the legal drinking age in the United States. Now that you've heard the pros of reducing the drinking age, how does this affect all of us? We are all underage college students, and many of us are directly and negatively affected by the minimum drinking age. We face many dangers relative to legal issues, binge drinking, unsafe drinking environments, etc. every time we go out simply because we are not of age, and to believe that underage students aren't going to drink is ridiculous. Our generation will continue to face dangers relative to the minimum drinking age, and it is necessary to reduce this in order to prevent dangers on college campuses in the future. We can now see why reducing the drinking age is a possible solution to many dangers that not only college students but all underage drinkers face. It is common knowledge that underage students are going to drink, despite the law. Moreover, with a lower minimum drinking age, American adolescents will face less issues of legality, substance abuse, and much more. Now, what can we do to convince others that this is necessary? The minimum drinking age has had many benefits since being implemented many years ago. However, it has negatively affected underage drinkers as well, especially college students. Reducing the drinking age can prevent binge drinking, drinking in unsafe environments, and many other dangers underage drinkers face every time they choose a drink. It is important for administrators to understand the difference between bias and the genuine benefits that can be reaped from lowering the drinking age. It is up to our generation to convince others that lowering the drinking age could have more benefits than downfalls. Unfortunately, influencing the law at our age is nearly impossible, but by passing the aforementioned defense, a lower minimum drinking age could eventually become a reality. As Wayne Curtis says, college students under the age of 21 are going to drink. To believe otherwise is to believe in unicorns. Thank you.